What is going on, you guys? This is Ultron 2. Welcome back to the Ultron 2 show, coming out with you live by the power of the internet. So guys, check this out. We are back with another YouTube video. Also, welcome to the Ultron 2 Gaming Reacts channel. If you guys enjoying the content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, turn on all notifications to stay notified. My main channel will be in the description down below. All links will be down there. So guys, check out my main channel at Ultron 2. We got 2,000 subscribers over there. On this platform on my channels, I do gaming. Well, on this specific channel at least, I do gaming and reaction related content. On my main channel, I do stop motion animation content, figure reviews, and tech and gaming related content as well. So yeah, there's that. Check out my affiliate links, my sponsors, Rogue Energy and Red Dragon. Check them out, guys. Use code Ultron at checkout. Had to get out the way, so let's get straight into this video with Doc. So the title of this video is why Sony's doing so many remasters. Me personally, I'm kind of honestly, I'm kind of getting tired of that from Sony. They're just doing so many unnecessary remasters. Like for example, with The Last of Us, they remastered that game probably 3 or 4 different times, man. Like it's so ridiculous. Can't really say nothing about The Last of Us 2 because they only made 2 versions of that. They remastered God of War, if I'm not, I think they did. They're just making too many, like even with Spider-Man, like the whole remaster with Spider-Man was so unnecessary. Like they're doing so many unnecessary remastered games that nobody's even asked for. And then word on the street, there's whispers going around that they're doing a remaster for Horizon Zero Dawn. Like why are we doing this, Sony? Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West are beautiful looking games. Like those games are like the most talked about games when it comes to showcasing and just displaying just quality as a game and as an exclusive from Sony. Like that's like the one game everybody and their mama wants to show off and talk about, especially when it comes to PC. You know what I'm saying? Why are we remastering that game again? Nobody asked for that. Sony needs to focus on making new IP, new games, and go all out with it, man. They need to tighten up there. Like I said before, man, I may be a full-time PC gamer, but I'm also a Sony fan. I'm not no Sony pony or no Sony fanboy that's naive and dumb to just believe and just fall for everything that Sony says, because I'm not like that at all. I will call out Sony, and if I was on Xbox's side, I'd do the same thing over there, bro. Real talk. So Doc, I don't know if you're watching this video, but that's just how I feel about that. It's so unnecessary. I don't know why they're doing all that. They need to start, instead of doing all these unnecessary remakes, they need to start making some new games. Now don't get it twisted, PS5 has exclusive games of their own, right? Now I'm not talking about PS4. They have PS5 games. I could go on Google and look this up. So guys, all those people talking about PS5 has no exclusive games, stop the cap, because I gotta go search all that up right now on Google. Let's not lie now. Don't lie. Don't lie. I know you're watching that. I know you're watching it. I'm looking right at the camera. Straight up, bro. Real talk. PS5 they have exclusives. Okay? Don't lie. All right. Let's see what Doc is talking about. And he's the #1 person for trashing PlayStation and Sony all day, every day. So, yeah. I'm kind of I can already tell what he's going to say. But let's get straight to it.
What's up, everybody? Doc Dark 1985. There's levels to this. I got a quick video for you guys tonight. Okay, so as you guys know, you guys seen the news by now, Sony is coming out with another remaster. Right, another unnecessary remaster, unnecessary remake. It is what it is. So let's get this.
But see, remaking a game from scratch is different than remastering it. Remastering, all that's doing is updating graphics, FPS, resolution, stuff like that. Remake is basically they're just remaking the whole game from scratch, basically, or they're just changing aspects of the game that wasn't already there before. Some stuff like that, you know. But to most people, it's gonna be the same, pretty much the same thing.
Let's get this out the way so that the comment section can control themselves, all right? Sony PlayStation has won the console wars. There is no if, and
Doc! Yo! So you finally admitted it, huh? Come on, dog. I don't know if I should call you a hypocrite, or I don't know if you're... Hey, man, I've been reading the comments. There's some people in the comment section calling you a Sony pony. I'm not gonna cap. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I kind of do want to make another video on you, but it's not gonna be a reaction video. It's gonna be my thoughts about how I feel about you as a Xbox fan and just as a creator, because there's some stuff I got to talk about that I want you to hear. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say that for another video. But this is crazy because before, and check this out, bro. I've been watching you for years. You should know this. You already saw one of my videos, like 2 videos ago. No, 2 or 3 videos ago, you saw my video that I made on you for the first time. And this entire time, bro, you've always said, oh, Xbox won the console war. Xbox this, Xbox is the best way to game. Game Pass this, Game Pass that. Sony don't got no games. Woo doo woo woo. Blaza blaza blaza. Y'all Sony fanboys, y'all ponies, y'all this and that. Woo 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 woo. Now you're coming ties to the truth. That's crazy. Cause we all know when it comes to Xbox, y'all been having studios get shut down. Y'all bought studios, not utilizing the studios. Y'all not utilizing the power of the Xbox Series X, and that's big facts. There's no argument with that. Another thing that I want to say is that, and everybody in the mama should know this, when it comes to the Xbox, in terms of the console by itself, all Microsoft has been doing was promote the Series S. Okay, they've been promoting the Series S, and then as time went on, they kind of like not really promote the Series S as much, and then they just started promoting Game Pass. I said this once and I'll say it again. Matter of fact, I said this multiple times. I was in TK9's podcast about a year ago or something like that. I was in his chat and I told him how I felt about Game Pass, and how, and if it wasn't for Game Pass, Xbox wouldn't really be as relevant as it is now, or it would have just fallen off. That's facts, because subscription services is the future of gaming, not the console itself. Everybody should already know that. Self-explanatory shit. Think outside the box. If you woke, you know this. But hey, man, it's crazy that you finally admitted it, man. It's crazy.
or buts about it. If you're comparing consoles between the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, Sony has won the console war. All right, Xbox is not.
And by the way, one thing I do want to say is that one thing that you have to respect with Sony is that at least Sony actually comes out. At least Sony actually comes up and comes out with new gimmicks, new features. Xbox is not doing that. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing that. PlayStation, we have VR, and I need to make a video on that. I feel like VR is very underrated. I feel like VR is another aspect of gaming that's not really talked about much, and it needs to be talked about more. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation VR is lit. I love it. I personally I've never owned a PlayStation VR headset. And I've had every PlayStation except for PS1, and PSP. but I have a MetaQuest 2 headset, so I do play that on my PC. You have the PSP, PlayStation Vita. Like I said, new gimmicks. Then you have the PS5 portable, pretty lit thing. If you're like going out somewhere, you could use that instead of a freaking gaming laptop or Asus ROG Ally if you don't have that. You know what I'm saying? The haptic feedback, even though you said it's just vibration, well, no shit, Sherlock. Of course, it's vibration. And honestly, I love the haptic feedback. I personally wouldn't want to use that in Call of Duty or anything like that, because when you play Call of Duty, the haptic feedback actually works. I will say that. But just to get back to what you were saying on that, matter of fact, let me just calm down with the rambling a little bit. Let's get back to the video. All right.
Even trying to compete with them on a console by console basis, and they can't. Sony outsold them. Sony has.
See, I was just about to say that too. See, if you're gonna call yourself a gamer, because before you've always said, "Oh, numbers don't matter as a gamer," this and that. Oh, all you have to care about is the games, not the sales numbers or anything like that. I understand that, but the statistics show that Sony is more successful than Sony's PlayStation is more successful than Microsoft's Xbox, according to the statistics. Look at it. You know what I'm saying? And it does matter to the gamer. And the reason why I say that is because if you have more people on this platform, that comes to show you that this platform has more to offer, even though it's kind of subjective. But this platform has more. There's just something about this platform over here,
the console that
has more to offer than over there. Why do you think everybody's coming over here to buy the consoles than over there at Xbox? Xbox is failing as well. People could come at Sony and say whatever they like, but Sony's making bank off these consoles, man. Real talk. Me personally, I'm not really a PlayStation Plus guy. I like the way Game Pass is introduced. I kind of like how Game Pass is set up more than PlayStation Plus, honestly. But yeah,
that the developers are using the most. Sony has a console that games are not skipping, regardless if they're being money added or not. I don't care. As a gamer, you shouldn't care why a game is not going to your console. You should just wonder why. You should just want the game to be on your
Black Myth Wukong. Yep.
console, and if it's not, then that's a problem, right?
And the thing about it is that I have a PlayStation 5 Slim. Guys, go check out my unboxing video that I did on the PlayStation 5 Slim on my main channel at Ultron 2. I did a video on it, and the views on the video did pretty good on the channel. Shout out to you guys. And I also talked about that in my last video. But I could have bought Black Myth Wukong for the PS5, but I decided to get it for PC. But I am going to upgrade my graphics card and CPU eventually. I have an RTX 3060, and I have an Intel i5 12400. Pretty solid specs. Those two parts are very compatible with each other. And the thing about it is that both of these parts came out 2 years ago. So honestly, I think it's time for me to upgrade. And I just bought a 3060 last year. But I am planning on buying an RTX 4070. But I understand I'm going to have to upgrade that CPU as well. I did see that what was it? I think the i5 600 something. I think maybe 6800 something like that. It's compatible with a 4070. And yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll sort all that out later.
So, and that whole money hiding thing to me is hilarious because everybody knows that Microsoft has more money than Sony. So if Sony's out,
that's true,
bidding Microsoft for these games, then it is what it is. Sony's doing whatever it is what they need to do, right? So console wise, hardware wise, Sony is destroying the game right now, and that's props to them, right? And that's great. That's outstanding. Okay, here's the problem.
Not just this generation, but last generation as well. when I used to be in high school, everybody that gamed, I promise you this, guys, everybody had a PlayStation over Xbox. I feel like, well, not, well, yeah, majority of people that I spoke to and people that I associated with in school at the time, even in middle school, more people was gaming on the PlayStation more than the Xbox. Even when the Xbox One came out, which I felt like the Xbox One was very underpowered, and a lot of games just ran better on the PS4. But I could say that for another video. But the PS4 was just dominating the Xbox One. You know what I'm saying? And I will say this, that there are some games that run better on the Series X than the PS5, but also it's vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Every game doesn't run better than the other. Well, some games run better than the other console, you know what I'm saying? But guys, save yourself the trouble. Just get a PC, man. Screw all that.
Since the beginning of this generation, I've been saying that PlayStation has been riding, the PS5 has been riding the coattails of the PS4. It has. It's been riding the popularity of the PS4. The people that have PS5, I know everyone used to argue with me that you get a PS5 for exclusives and all this other stuff. That's a lie. That's
It's not a lie for me. It's not a lie for me, Doc. That's exactly the reason why. Actually, I have 3 reasons why I bought the PS5. One, because I'm a Sony fan and I like PlayStation consoles, and I've played on those consoles for years, since the PS2. 2, to replace my PS4 that I don't have anymore because again a goddamn roach shot up the damn power supply, and I had to throw the PS4 in the trash because it didn't work anymore. Couldn't use it no more. And why waste $200-300 on a PS4 when I could just put that money towards a PS5 disc version and be able to play all my PS4 games on that? Common sense. I did exactly that. And then the third reason is to play the exclusives. That's literally the main thing. Every game that I used to play on consoles, because remember, guys, for those who know me, I used to play on console all as my primary thing. Console was my primary thing before I switched to PC. All those games that I would usually play on console, I don't play those on console no more. I play all that on my computer. Call of Duty Warzone, Call of Duty in general, Battlefield, Apex, well, CSGO is not on console, but I can throw that in there. Black Myth, Wukong, Elden Ring, all these games, Game Pass, all those games that's on Game Pass, Star Wars, I play all that on my computer now. You know, now don't get me wrong, I do have some third-party games on the PS5, like NBA 2K, Stray, Helldivers. I do have some of those games on PS5, but I mainly bought the PS5 just for the exclusive. So Doc, you gotta understand, everybody's not the same, bro.
That's blatantly
Don't
a lie. You
stereotype.
buy a PS5 because it's like the Apple of gaming. It's just a more popular brand. You don't even really know why you're buying a PS5. Just you buy the PS5. When you look at the
You
game,
know what's crazy? If you were to compare those two, if you think about it, Sony really is the Apple of gaming, and then Xbox is the Android of gaming. It's facts.
that are played the most on the PlayStation 5, they're not.
Because think about it, all the times when people used to emulate games and do modding and stuff like that, everybody was doing that on Xbox. Everybody need modding, because remember, I've been gaming my entire life, bro. I'm 22 years old. When the 360 was out, everybody was modding their 360s. Everybody was emulating games. People had USB drives. They were doing all type of crazy stuff with that. Installing hacks, mods, all that crazy stuff. Everybody was doing that over Xbox. PlayStation, you don't really see that, you know. I mean, you could emulate a PS3, but people was mainly doing that on Xbox.
Exclusive games. These are facts. And then when exclusivity was a thing, Then it became nobody needs an Xbox because other games are going to PC. Then those games started going to PC, and then that argument became stupid, right? Because as a PlayStation fan, you can't tell me buy a PC instead of an Xbox because all games are going to go to PC when the same thing's happening on the PlayStation platform. All those games are going to PC as well. What you going to tell me that I got to wait a little bit more? That's ridiculous, right? But at least
You
Sony.
know, that's something that's something I also stand by. And I've said this for years as well. It's like, my guy, if you have a PC, and let's say you have a mid-end, or the thing, well, this is how I see it. If you have a low-end PC, I highly suggest you still get a console because you have a low-end PC. There's only so much game. There's only certain game. You can't play every game on a low-end PC. There's only certain games. With a mid-end PC, you could practically play any game. If you have, but this is for my mid and high-end PC users. I'm a mid-end PC user. If you have a mid or high-end PC, you don't need a console, honestly. You really don't. If you have a low-end PC, still stick with console because there's certain games that will potentially run, well, maybe not run better on the console, but look better. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing with low-end PCs, the quality ain't really there, but the FPS is there. If you guys know what I'm saying by that, and you guys gotta understand. For those who knows, I'm a PC gamer and I'm also a PC flipper. So I build computers for a living and I also flip it for profit. So I know about computers and stuff like that. But that's just what I have to say on that.
Still had the creative advantage, and Sony still had the IPs that people cared about and everything like that. But the beginning of this generation, we've been calling the PlayStation the remaster station. That has been a theme. Remakes and remaster. I've made plenty of videos of PlayStation remaking and remastering and giving people the same thing over and over again. And the PlayStation fan base supporting it. The PlayStation fan base. So this is the monster that you have created. You see, we are in a time and place right now where making something new and it not succeeding is too expensive. They would lose too much for them to try to make something new and it not succeed. So it's easier to stick to the same formula over and over again. So much so that remastering and remaking something just makes way more sense. And this is why we're left where we're at. As great as Sony
You
PlayStation is,
know, I watched a video that somebody, I forgot the name of the channels, but in the video, this guy was telling his dad, because both of them run a YouTube channel. He was telling him that he feels like the reason why there's so many remakes, remasters, is because we're kind of at a point in gaming where we have exhausted all ideas and exhausted every possible new idea that we could do with a game. So instead of putting more effort into using our heads and being competent into making a game and actually hiring people that know what they're doing, we decided to just play the lazy game and just remake the same game that came out
hard.
years ago and just what they're basically doing. You guys call it remake, remaster, whatever. Even though remaking is basically the same thing as remaster, is the same goddamn game. They're basically refurbishing the game. They're cleaning it up a little bit, doing little tinks here and there, and then they want to act like it's a new game when it's refurbished. Come on, man. Sony needs to tighten up when it comes to that, man.
Hardware wise, for whatever reason, they are terrified to give us something new. They are terrified. And I mean, to be fair, how can you really blame them when they gave us something new and it was trash? Concord is the worst game of this generation.
It is. I've never played Concord, but I've seen gameplay of it. That game is terrible. It's trash.
There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Very sad that the game shut down. What, a week or 2 weeks after it came out? dog shit.
Even deny it is so horrible that Sony themselves canceled it. Okay, Redfall you can still play today. You can say whatever you want about Redfall, but you can still play that today. Concord is that bad, and if you're gonna be that stupid, it'd be like Sony knew it was bad and that's why they canceled it. No, idiot. Sony knew that it was gonna make them zero money at all, period, point blank, and that's why they canceled it. They came out with Helldivers, and Helldivers was good, right? So Helldivers came out. Helldivers was good.
Everybody was playing that game. I don't know how. I feel like the Helldivers 2. I feel like the hype of that game kind of died out. I don't really see people talk about Helldivers too much anymore.
And then they messed that up themselves as well because they got too greedy. They weren't fine with just the money that they made from Helldivers with the PC community. Now they wanted the PC community to go ahead and sign up for their stuff. They should have just done it a different way because the PC community with games like Ghost of Tsushima and stuff like that, they're going to go ahead and sign up. Trust me. Or when newer games come out day and day, people are going to sign up. It just is what it is. But the way they did it was kind of slimy. So PlayStation right now is in a weird state. So before you attack me saying, hey, why you care about this? You're a PC gamer now, this is that. I care about games. You're right, I'm a PC gamer now. So I care about games, and PlayStation is a publisher on PC. So you see, that's why I could talk about it, because PlayStation is in fact a publisher on PC. Actually, they just had a 75% sale on Steam the other day. I almost bought something, but I spoke to my boy ISO, and ISO was like, bro, ain't none of those games worth it for that price. You gotta wait for them to drop even lower. That's how Steam players play. And I was like, okay, bet. So I'm gonna wait for them to drop a little bit more, and then we'll
That's
go from
crazy.
there, right? But now PlayStation is gonna go ahead and remaster Horizon Zero Dawn, which in my opinion is the better.
See, I knew it. The rumors are true. I heard rumors about that. This don't make no damn sense, man.
Of the two Horizons. I like Horizon Zero Dawn a lot, actually. I actually think it's a really good game. Then I heard another rumor that they're gonna remaster Days Gone, which I love Days Gone. I thought Days Gone is a really great game. I beat that on Steam as well. Okay. There's no need to remaster these games, especially when you're about to come out with a PlayStation 5 Pro, which that console, on the merit of its power itself, playing those old games should have made it feel like they were already
What next?
remastered.
They're gonna remaster God of War. Let me guess. They're gonna remaster Bloodborne. Let me guess. They're gonna remaster what's another game? Ratchet and Clank. Like, what is going? Oh my god, bro! They're getting lazy with these games, man.
Similar to what Xbox did with FPS boost. But instead, they're going to remaster the game, and you're going to want to play the remastered game on the remastered console, because that's what the PlayStation 5 Pro is. It's a remastered console. I saw people comparing images of like Final Fantasy or whatever, and it's like, oh, it's clearer here. It's not that clear there. Okay, cool. It's a little bit clearer in a still picture. In motion, unless it was really blurry in motion, which everyone was capping for that game like it was perfectly fine. So I don't know. Y'all tell me. I don't know. Now all of a sudden, Final Fantasy it wasn't as clear as it should have been. Disingenuous. How the the PlayStation fans are is crazy. Anyways, though, I I need my PlayStation content creators to, now that Xbox is dead as a console, right? I'm letting you know right now. Forget. Don't even worry about it. Xbox as a console is not a threat. Don't even worry about it. Okay. Xbox as a game publisher, hey man, all those games suck. Don't even worry about it, right? So I need you to focus on your console of choice, which is PlayStation, okay? And I'm gonna watch as a PC gamer because to me, PlayStation is nothing more but just a filthy publisher like every other publisher, right?
Man,
that I
that's
hope
crazy.
brings me great games. I need you to tell me why PlayStation can't produce brand new great IPs. What is going?
You know, dog, that's a really good question, man. And man, we kind of on the same boat. I can actually agree with you on that, man. Like, you know, I'm a PC gamer myself. You know, full time. I've been full time PC gamer for years. You know, and you know, being on the side of PC, like, and this is coming from a Sony fan. Just seeing how Sony is operating right now with their games in the console itself, not utilizing the full power of it, and making. I feel like what they need to do, they need to start making games like Returnal, where they utilize the full power of the console, and especially the controller. Returnal, as far as I know, that's probably like, if not the main, that's like one of the main games that you can play on the PS5 where the game utilizes the haptic feedback. And the game looks really nice, and I've seen gameplay, well, and I've seen walkthroughs of the game. The story is pretty interesting. Gameplay is nice. I love it. You know, I actually don't have the game. I'm actually planning on buying it, but I don't have the game yet. But I will buy it. Sony need to start making more games like that, you know. They need to start dropping more hard games. And what I mean by hard games, I'm talking about like just fire, just that one game that's just fire to play. It's hard as a mother trucker. And just, it's just that lit game that everybody wants to play, you know. But Sony, man, they got some work to do, man. I don't know.
Going on with PlayStation? What is wrong? Is that formula that they had no longer sustainable? And if that's the case, if that formula is no longer sustainable, is this going to be their new formula? Remakes and remasters? Is this going to be the new formula? Now, this could work if they remade and remastered the games that people actually wanted.
Yeah, I guess.
Jack and Dexter, the older Ratchet and Clank. Some people want Sly Cooper. I want all the infamous.
I love Sly Cooper.
Bro, you remaster all.
You know what's crazy? Sly Cooper, I don't care what nobody say. Sly Cooper is such an underrated PlayStation exclusive. It really is. Like, I don't hear nobody talk about Sly Cooper no more, man. I know they had one on the PS4. That was actually the first PS4 game I played ever, but nobody talk about Sly Cooper no more, man. It's like they need to start bringing back underrated and older games that people actually want remastered. Don't just remaster games that don't have any problems with it. Like, they're just being lazy, you know.
All the infamous, bro. Let's do it, right? Like remaster a lot of the.
I'm not gonna cap. Some games do need to be remastered just so it can look better. Because remember, there are certain games out there that just don't age well, you know. But at the same time, it doesn't give you an excuse not to make new games, man.
Games that.
What is the point of spending all this money on the console if we're playing last gen's sloppy seconds? Come on, man.
It makes sense. You have the whole PS3 library that can't be played. Remaster those games and have them come over. If you do that, now you got something.
Yeah.
But remastering Horizon Zero Dawn, remastering games like Days Gone, remastering games, even though I like those games, right? You're what you're doing is you're showing that you got nothing left, and you're hoping that
boy,
you can continue to trick these fans to keep buying the same thing over and over again. At the end of the day, I can't blame Sony, because you ponies have been supporting them, buying these remakes and remasters and capping for them as if they've been producing.
Hey, not me. I want to make that clear, Doc. Not me. Not me, bro. Not me.
Great things.
I ain't none of these other ponies. I'm competent, not incompetent. Big
I've
difference.
said it already. This generation so far, in my opinion, the best publisher so far on the PlayStation side, for sure, no questions asked, is probably Insomniac. Insomniac has been carrying the PS5, left and right? That's what I would argue. Okay, but besides them, there's nothing else on that side. Everything else that the PlayStation 5 is thriving off of is a third-party publisher. So I'll leave you with this. Maybe, just maybe, Sony's new direction will be to be.
Are niggas forgetting about Spider-Man 2? Because you gotta you gotta understand that Spider-Man 2 is not a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Spider-Man 2 is a PS5 exclusive game. You know, even though that game is on PC and I think it's on the PS4, but even if it is available on the PS4, that doesn't mean anything. You know, they just made it an option for it to be available on the PS4. Because you gotta understand, not everybody has a PS5. There's people out there that still have a PS4. You know what I'm saying? Or not, or don't even have PS4 at all. It's like some people out there got PC. So, with that being said, in reality, Spider-Man was really the game that was carrying it. Returnal, at one point, Gran Turismo was carrying, but there was a lot of controversy with Gran Turismo. So, yeah.
The preferred hardware, but they no longer got the juice to make great quality games.
You really think so, Doug? I mean, I don't know. I think they do, but they need to start hiring new people, man. They need to start hiring and firing people up there. I feel like that's what they need to do. They need to start chopping heads. Because all these companies out there are firing employees for numerous amount of reasons. Amazon, Google, Twitter, Facebook, Walmart, Sony, Microsoft. All these companies, bro, they firing people for numerous amount of reasons. Well, at least when it comes to these gaming companies, when you fire somebody, you'll actually have a good reason why. So, there you go. They need to get these people up out of there and start hiring. They need to start getting new executives, game developers, whatever. They need to do something quick before people start not supporting Sony no more.
Just maybe.
Because everybody, I don't see so many videos on PS5 Pro. Everybody's not buying. A lot of people is not buying a console as it is. So it's like, man, I don't know, man.
Or maybe they can pivot and make.
I know one thing, I'm not buying that console.
More games like
no point. I already have a PS5. I have the PS5 Slim Disc Edition. What is the point of me buying a PS5 Pro? Ooh, for some slight graphics. Dude, I have a gaming PC. If I want ray tracing on that stuff, which I already have, I'll just play all those games on PC. And plus, matter of fact, PS5 games are going to be coming to PC anyway, so it's like, you know.
They did Astrobot. Because I know everybody loved Astrobot. It got great reviews.
I have not played Astrobot yet. But I'm going to play the game. The Astrobot does look like a good game. I will say that. Even though it's not my number one preferred game to play, that's like a game I could see myself coming home from work and chilling just to play, to have some downtime, whatever.
Reviews, and I can't wait for you guys to brag about how much it sold. Because I know the way I talked about Astrobot, I know it sold at least 15 million. I know it did. No, not 10 million. I know it sold at least 10 million. I know it did, right? So, yeah, maybe Sony goes that way and pivots that way. But the big AAA blockbuster games that Sony was doing, I don't know what's going on. Where are these games that Sony is known for?
PS2 is peak.
It is what it is. Look, man, I'm talking as a PC gamer. Because Sony is a publisher on my platform. So don't tell me that.
According to a lot of OG gamers, the PS2 was the best console ever made, honestly. When it comes to sales wise, matter of fact, let's be 100% honest, the PS2 really is the best console ever made. It really is. The PS2 first off, the PS2 have a lot of games. There's a lot of games on the PlayStation 2 to this day. You know what I'm saying? And they ran that console. They were making games for that console for so many years, like over 10 years. Something like that. And then not only that, but the console outperformed and outsold every console that has ever came out in existence. There's no debating that at all. So, yeah. And then not only that, but Well, you guys know the backstory with that, but I'll say that for another video. But guys, that's pretty much the end of this video. Doc, I don't know if you're watching this video, but great video, man. I will be making more videos on you, bro. Keep up the great work, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out Doc's channel as well. Make sure to check out my channel as well. Also, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Ultron 2 sign out, and as always, peace out. Keep gaming, guys. I'm out, y'all.